Good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing well. I recently, last week, I did a poll on what's holding you back, what's keeping you back from being fit. From being fit. Primarily, my audience here is somewhere between 55 and 75 for the most part. Primarily male, and so I did a survey and I had 126 respondents. So I made a few notes. I'll probably refer to these because this is an important topic. It's going to set us up for a series I'm doing this week. So check out the community post. You'll learn about the series. But so I want to give the results of the survey, and I asked pretty much, what's holding you back. I gave 4 possibilities. Losing weight, building strength, dealing with pain and injury, staying consistent. And so I want to go ahead and go down the row of, how the survey turned out, what the responses were, and a little tips on what you can do to overcome each one of those. I think you might be surprised about what the number one was. So stick around, we'll get to that. Good morning, everybody. I'm Bryant. I'm the over 60 guy, and I'm here to encourage you. I'm on my morning walk. It's beautiful out today, so I'm on my morning walk. This is the time I like to use to really just get calm, stay relaxed, set my day up for success. So if you're doing your daily walks with me, welcome. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome. I'm excited to have you. Just exercise your finger, hit that like, and hit your subscribe if you like it, if you find value in my content, of course. And so let's talk about what the results were and what came back from the 4, what's keeping us back, from being fit. And number 4, losing weight. So losing weight, that's the top contender. And typically the challenge with losing weight is as we age, our metabolism slows. We have what they call insulin resistance. Our muscle mass drops, and so this becomes a challenge as we age. Our bodies meet these certain insulin plateaus, and a little bit slowly but surely we keep, based on our diet, based on the way we eat, we start adding fat to our bodies, and we stop being active, and our muscles start becoming less and less, and so it becomes this vicious cycle. And so in a short sense, what we can do about this in the short term, and I say the number 1 is resist sugar. Sugar is the devil. Resist processed sugar and processed food, especially processed carbohydrates. I mean, I know it's easier said than done, especially with the lifestyles we have. We're so transient from our day-to-day. We tend to grab fast food. But the biggest thing is cutting down those sugars, cutting down those processed carbohydrates. All of these spike our insulin. When you spike your insulin, it's difficult to lose weight. And so that's one thing we can do. Also building strength, dealing with that's number 1. So move daily, eat more protein, eat more vitamins, rich foods, fruits and vegetables. So that came in about about 12% came in at losing fat. That was the number 1 excuse, or one reason why they can't get fit. Number 2, building strength. That was number 2, and it almost tied it almost tied losing fat, building strength. So important to build strength as we get older. As we get older and we become more sedentary, our muscles, our frame, our core start becoming less and less strong. And one of the things we've talked about in the past is that, when you're at rest, when you're sleeping, when you're resting, when your body's at rest, if you have muscle, that tends to naturally burn calories. So the more muscle you build, right, the more, not necessarily calorie, but more it fights fat. But this is also keeping in mind that we have to get our insulin in control. So this is all predicated on some of the things we talked about earlier. So diet is so important. This isn't a one-off. But it's kind of stacking dominoes, stacking them one on top of the other. So important to build muscle. My plan is I can't do the gym. Just my schedule doesn't allow it. And my walk is so important because it sets my mental clarity for the day. I do my daily prayer. I do my focusing on what I'm got to go in. I just calm myself. I try to calm myself because stress also can lead to spiked insulin. So lack of sleep, right? So anyway, building muscle, squats several, times a week. Plank is another good one. Plank. People are talking about kettlebell, which is another good one. Burpees, right? Doing push-ups, right? Doing isolation workout while you're doing your squats. So all these things I've covered in previous, but building strength is so important. So that's the number two. Number two, why they're not getting fit is building muscle. Number three came back at dealing with pain and injury. So right now, currently, I'm pain-free, and I thank God for that. My wife is not. She suffers from back and knee and just also other issues that she's had to consistently look after, especially with her diet. But she for her walking has been using a mini trampoline, which is super great. So because she can get her hour in, it's less stressful on her joints and her back. And so if you're dealing with that, that's just one of my suggestions. Maybe you get with your physical therapist, doctor, to kind of figure out what you can do to come under pain management. I don't pretend to be any kind of expert on that at all. I'm not. For those of you who are dealing with this, my heart goes out to you, and I'm praying that God would find healing in your body. That's all I can say. But that is a real reason that people struggle with. And so if you're struggling with that, I'm very sorry, and praying that God will help you. You can get help somehow to overcome it. And I hope to do a series on, maybe as I dig into some research, I hope to have some more top, solutions on that. Maybe it's stuff you've tried. If you have any ways that you're dealing with this, I'd love to get a comment or suggestion for the group down below. That would be fantastic. That would be such a great help. And the number one reason why people are having a tough time getting fit is, drum roll please, consistency. Wow, isn't that the truth? So consistency is so important. When you start off on a venture, if you consistently go there, you drive the miles, you put in the days, you put the time. Let's say you're gonna go from here to Alaska. Maybe you live in Iowa and you wanna go all the way to Alaska. That's a big trip. Or maybe you're in Maine and you wanna go all the way to California. You set out a plan. It's gonna take us 7 days, let's say, and we're gonna have to drive this many miles, or it's gonna take 10 days and we're gonna drive this many miles. You can make the trip as much as you want. So you can set it out and say, man, I'm gonna try to just not sleep and eat, and we're gonna alternate drivers, and we're never gonna stop, and we're gonna get to Alaska in this many days. Or I'm gonna take our time, we're gonna stop, see everything, and we're gonna do it in, 15 days, right? So you set the pace, you set the time, but if you're not getting up every day and driving, then you're not gonna get there. And that's what consistency is. Being consistent, setting your plan, working your plan every day. Maybe you have a partner that is accountable with you. Maybe you use my videos to watch each time you walk and get started with your workout. Whatever you have to do to stay consistent, do it. That is the number one thing that keeps people back, is being consistent. And for those of you who would like a free, the first 10 people to email me at over60guy@hotmail.com, I'm going to do a personal 30-day workout plan, fitness plan for you. So just go ahead and, sorry, there's some mowing there. Go ahead and send me that email and ask for it, and I will send it off to you. But I'm trying to test this and see how people are doing with it. And so I've got 10 to give away. Actually, I got 9 now. I have one already going out. So send for that. Also look for this week. I'm doing a 4-part series on this, breaking it down a little bit more. So if you're, check it out each day, and I dig into all of these things a little bit more. So for today, I say, may the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord's face shine upon you and give you peace. And until tomorrow, God bless.